Hello, my name is Shing and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, we're going to be making the 1840s meets the 50s, and I am making a Witchy Baker's costume with it. I'm super excited for this dress, and I actually have already finished it, making this intro, and I'm absolutely in love with it, and it's probably one of my favorite things I've made for everyday wear. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. Okay, so I've noticed something with the pattern. It has two different sides guides. Sorry, I know you're just seeing my lower half because I'm not going to change the setup because I'm going to be cutting out a mock-up because I'm so scared that I'm going to get this wrong. So, in the lower part here, it says a size 16 has a 42.5-inch bust. So I figured that would be my size, right? Well, then I finally cut open the top to get into the pattern, and it says a size 20 has a 42-inch bust. So I'm very confused. So what I'm going to do is cut these out in the largest size that they have. I'm going to fold down to the 20, because that's, and then do a test. If it's way, way too big, then I'll mark it or things. I have some newspaper too somewhere. I know I have it. So if I find that maybe the 20 fits me in the bust but doesn't fit me in the waist, then I'll just kind of tweak the pattern as it goes. I am instead closing these with, I'm not hooking them doing hooks and eyes. I'm instead doing a zipper just because easier for me. But yeah, I also got some shoes that are going to look so cute with this, but they're not going to be here till like the 20th. And today it's the 14th, so it's going to be a whole 6 days. I'm kind of sad. Also, this is my very cute kind of 50s petticoat because I really want to wear this underneath the circle skirt that I'm making with this. So the whole plan, which I know I've discussed this. I will be discussing this. This is old me. So this is the pattern. I'm following the pattern from Angela Clayton. I had bought this on Amazon. It came late, which really sucked. And I absolutely fell in love with this dress when I watched her video on it. Not on this dress specifically, but it was very specific on this dress. So I really wanted to recreate one that fits my style more. So I decided on making a 50s version. That was like 50s meets history, which is something that's been popular. It was popular. I don't know if it still is, but it was. So yeah, I'm going to try to make a mock-up with this. And you guys aren't going to see it. You might see me cut out the mock-up, because I might also either use this as a lining, this white fabric, which used to be a sheet, or I have some really pretty black silk that I'm also thinking about for a lining, but I also don't want this to be too heavy. But I'm still really thinking about it, and still thinking also about lining the skirt in the silk. So yeah, I also could put a panel in the skirt. Like, oh my gosh, now I'm thinking of things. I could make, this might not happen, but it might, this middle panel that's kind of gathered black, and put a section inside the skirt that's black that flares out, because I didn't have enough fabric to make a full circle skirt, so I had to cut 2 half skirts, and then I'm praying pretty much that I have enough fabric for the bodice. So yeah, that might be an idea. And make certain parts of the sleeve black to also match with it. And then I can make pockets out of the black fabric too. I need pockets because I have quite a large phone. Okay, so I need pieces 1 through 9, because then it goes into the skirt. Why is there so many bodice pieces? I actually don't need to, well, I need the sleeve parts, English, but I don't have, I'm just going to cut the bodice front, the continuous bias, the bodice side, the yoke, and the bodice back, just so I can do a fitting of the bodice. I don't think I should add the sleeves yet or anything, because sleeves. I could also do the trim in black. Oh my god, no, now I'm thinking. Okay, well, I will be with you guys in a bit. I'm going to try to get all these pieces. So, goodbye. Okay, so I'm going to try to get into view. I should have set this up. Hold on. Okay, I'm trying to set it up so you don't have to see my dirty room because it's not dirty, it's just it has stuff everywhere on the desks. So my brain just froze. I cut out all of the patterns and the size 22, just cut them out. I really think that the size 20 is just gonna fit me. I have a 35-inch waist if I'm sitting. If I'm standing, it's around 33, 34 inches, and then my bust is 42 inches. So my estimation of it being a size 20 seems correct. I am still going to do a fitting though, because, yeah. It said I had a message. No. What? Check some stuff, I guess. Get focused. Okay, so don't mind my messy mirror. But, so this is the size 20. It's kind of hard to see the back because I'm recording via my phone. But, dogs. It fits me okay. Definitely needs to be brought in at the waist. So I'm gonna kind of bring this in a little bit and mark. I don't want to edit this one anymore. I would rather just edit this side panel. But like that really needs to be taken out and readjusted here, kind of in that middle section. And I think that would fix a lot that I'm having. So let me pin that wolf out. Okay, refocus. Okay, so dogs. So I think taking out a full like inch out of both sides. Sorry, this is very unflattering on me all of a sudden. But taking an inch out of the side of this whole panel will really help the fit of this. Hi, Ellen. Hello. Will really fix the fit, and even up here, the fit. This would just need to be readjusted, but it would fix the fit of this. So I think that's what I'm going to do. It is still, of course, with me moving, it doesn't really show that it's off the shoulder, but it is still off the shoulder. It looks quite cute so far. So I think, yeah, I'm going to take an inch, maybe 2. Oh my goodness, this panel is just big on me. I know I cut it out in the size 20, but I wasn't expecting like it to be like this. So yeah, I think either I need to cut out a smaller size, but I don't want to make another markup. I just might go 2 sizes lower than this and see what that does, and just do that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because I feel like with it being 2 inches too small in the sides, that would make it work. And I am wearing it under the bra that I would wear with it when I wore it normally. So yeah, I think just going with an overall 2 sizes smaller. So I think that would be the 16. It would fit me a lot better. This sort of fits me in the chest, but not really. Like, I wish it was a little bit tighter. So yeah, I think overall it just needs to be the size 16. So glad we figured that out. Good thing for mom. I'm going to zoom this out a little bit. So the pattern is now cut to a size 16. I'm so glad I did a mock-up. I never do mock-ups, so it's kind of rare that I do this. I really am liking these instructions as I read through them. It even tells you how to cut your boning and put them in a casing. I'm going to sneeze. I don't know if that's, okay, hold on. I really need to make sure I cut notches or mark it in some way. I'm not going to do the bias because I have bias binding that I bought, so that's what I'm going to use to make all the cording, because I do really love how the cording looks and I really want to put it in there. but this is so unbelievably descriptive, and I'm in love with the fact that, so this goes to the sleeves, and then it has a whole nother thing. Instead of going like one page for the shirt and one page for the skirt, because the skirt doesn't have a lot of things, even though I'm not doing this skirt, but it has so much information about the sleeves, which makes me so happy. It tells you how to line it, which makes me even more happy, because sometimes you just don't know. And it makes me so excited to see all of this. Like, I know I'm, like, it doesn't, like, not really mean anything, like, to some people, but I'm like, yes, this is what I need. And then it goes to the skirt. So there are 43 different instructions for just the bodice alone. And I'm so excited about that, because that's the main thing I'm working on, of course. Mara, come on, let's get out of there. Thank you. But yeah, yeah, this makes me extremely excited. I'm gonna get ready for class, because I have class here in a minute. Can you not? Oh, right on the pattern. Right on the pattern with your sharp nails. No! Ah! So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put away the sleeve parts of the pattern, because that doesn't come to away later, because I know I had to do all of the binding and all of the boning and things. It does not have boning placement. So I really hope, I haven't read fully through the instructions to see where a bone goes. I'm guessing in the side seam, in every seam, but thank you, Mara. But that is just a guess. I also have to run to the store, so I'm going to pick up some more binding and stuff. I will show you, like, so I got stuff for this project. Let me pause this second. So I got me a zipper. I got me a 14-inch zipper. Hopefully that's long enough. I haven't even looked. I got me this, which is kind of the shorter, like, smaller bias binding for both, or bias tape, both for the, yep. And then I got me some new hand sewing needles, because I ran out, because I keep losing them. But yeah, I think I'm going to fold up the sleeve patterns and just keep the bodice patterns out, and grab the lining out of my closet and get ready for class, because I have class coming up in an hour. So yeah, that's fun. Okay, so there's been a slight change of plans in the project. Instead of using that red fabric that I had originally, I found this really pretty fabric at Walmart. It was pretty cheap. It was like $26 for, I think, 6 yards. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. 6 yards is what I got. So I'm going to make the skirt and everything out of this. Is that good? My dog spilled her food all over the room. So that's been fun. But yeah, I think that I'm not going to cut out every piece as I go. I'm going to cut out every piece as I go. That's what I'm trying to say. So, man, my glasses are just not doing well today. So instead of what I usually do, cut every piece out and then sew it all together, because I sleep a lot, because I work graveyards, I've decided that I'm going to just go ahead and cut out when I need the piece. So, like, for now, I'm only going to cut out the front section, the middle section, because that's the first part, and then we go into making the binding and things like that, which I might actually do now that I have this really pretty fabric. So yeah, and I have a lot of this fabric, and I know I don't need all 6 yards of it. So yeah, I'm going to start cutting this out. I'm not going to show you the process just because it's already been shown the process of how to cut out the mock-up. And then I'm going to stitch it together and then come back to you guys. Is it raining? Once I have it stitched. So yeah, maybe we'll, oh my god, it's nice and thin. Like, it's not super thick. I quite love that. But yeah, I'm going to go do that. And if there's anything left in this, we might make a pirate shirt. So that'll be fun. Okay, so some progress has been made. The whole front panel is pretty much done. It's really looking really good. It has boning in the center and just has 2 bones in it. I have this metal boning that I bought for my prom dress. And that's what I've been using. And just some regular old sandpaper. So yeah, now it's telling me to make the, do the bias strips and to do, yeah, my English is not working today. Do the piping. So I'm going to do that. That's going to take some time. And that is the plan. Okay, so now, maybe focus, that's blurry. Now the cording's done. So I now have the first front piece, the cording done, and now I can cut out, what is the next part of my, grab my computer. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, just, yep. So the next part, oh god, is placing the cording on the edges of the pattern piece 4, which is the side panel. Pin those together and stitch it together. So there's none in the front other than up top. Okay, and then the top section. So I'm going to cut out the side pieces and maybe the top, but I don't know how far I'm going to get before I leave. So yeah, we're going to start off with the side pieces, get the stuff pinned. I'm going to try to record me doing that, at least pinning the binding and sewing. So far, we have the front and side panels all put together. I'm very happy with it so far. So now I'm going to add the piping that goes along the top, because that is the next in the instructions. So adding that piping, and then we add that upper part, and then we add the back. So that's going to be really exciting. I am going to leave, I know in my mock-up I did cut off the inch thing on both sides. I think I'm going to leave it on both sides just in case for the zipper, just to be safe. But yeah, so far I'm really liking it. It's so cute in this fabric. I'm so just excited I changed the fabric. I have cut out the lining fabric for this piece too, and I'll do the same thing for the top because I believe you're supposed to cut out a lining. I'll find out when I grab that pattern piece. But yeah. Hey, don't mind the sounds coming from out there. They're watching a movie. Anyway, so this is the bodice so far. I'm absolutely in love with it. The fit isn't the greatest, but it's okay. I think some pressing will really help it. But yeah, the only issue I'm really having, which is kind of hard to show, is right here. It's kind of lapping over the piece right there, which is kind of annoying. Also, these gathers just... like the downwards gathers, these ones look good, but these ones up here really don't, and I don't like that so much, but I'm going to persevere with the project and keep going with it. Next I have to add binding to the neckline, and then I think that's about it before I add the sleeves, but I think I'm going to either stop here or just add that binding in and leave it at that until tomorrow. The back's all sewn on, which I know you can't really see, and it's kind of pinned to where it should work, but it's okay. I also did not add the binding on the sleeves. I kind of forgot about it. I just kind of went for it, but yeah, I'm gonna go press this a little bit more. Okay, so I'm recording this on my hand, so I'm sorry that's gonna be very shaky. So far, I have done all the piping, I believe. Actually, hold on, let me grab the inch. Okay, so I've added the piping along the top, so now I just gotta fold it and kind of cut into it so I make sure it doesn't pucker. There's one part that I messed up on. It kind of caught another part of the fabric right here, so it is going to be a pucker, but this is going to be a house dress. It's not really going to be worn. It's going to be worn a lot, but it's okay. So then all I had to do is add the piping to the bottom, and I am almost done. I'm really excited. And then I start on the sleeves. I'm very excited about this right now. So yeah, and then once we get done through the 2, 3, 4, 5, then we'll be on to the next set of instructions. So I'm going to press the top, and get this all formed to where it needs to be. I really wish I had a tailor's ham. I need to get one of those at some point. That might go on a Christmas list. Oh, and I really love how this looks. I know this is so weird, but I love how this is kind of X'd and then this is straight. It's a nice little patterning detail. And I quite like that it adds a little bit of difference between it. I just really am in love with this so far. I am a little scared about the bones. They are kind of, I should have drilled some holes in them to be able to sew through them on the lining and put kind of a stay stitch, but it's okay. I'm really tempted, because this is kind of a harvest themed dress, to put like some embroidery here of like some pumpkins or something like that. I think that'd be really cute and really pretty. So yeah, I have some really pretty orange thread, which I've actually been using to sew this, but it's quite thick and I think I could use it for embroidery. So yeah, that's going to be the plan. I'm going to get this pressed and we'll start talking about the sleeves. I'm really excited.
Okay, so I want to talk about this while I'm doing it. I noticed as I was sewing, because I made the bones go all the way pretty much to the bottom, I couldn't turn over this bottom section. So now I'm going to push them back through and see if I can turn that over. Yeah, okay, so I just wanted to make sure I could turn this over. Now I'm going to push the bones back out, hopefully without cutting anything, because they're still sharp, and stand them down. So now to sew, next time I make this, I am going to put all these patterns into, I'm going to make them be newspaper instead of this tissue paper, because I just always get scared that this tissue paper, my dog is going to accidentally get on it and it's going to get chewed up or it's going to get scratched. Sorry, this is going to make it hard. Hold on. Good enough. Nope, I'm just going to leave it. It's fine. Okay. I also probably should have, I don't have my drill, or I totally would, but should have put a hole in the bottom of these to stitch it in place. Could have done like a little spiral up it, even though it might have just been the lining that saw it, just to keep it in place. And that might be something I do next time, so I might note that, and some pattern notations that I might do. Okay. So now I'm going to shove these back through, make them go all the way to the top so I don't have to worry. And now I'm going to stitch up right along that bottom piece. Oh no, I lost my top bit of thread. It's okay, I can find it. How'd you get stuck? I really love this bright orange thread. That'd be kind of cute because it's pumpkin-y themed. Actually, this is the thick thread I was talking about. That might be really good for me to embroider a cute little pumpkin patch on the top, because I want to use a super thick embroidery thread. I really wish I had an embroidery machine. I really, really do. That is definitely something that's going to be one of my next investments, because there's just so many things. I know I can't hand embroider very well, even though I really wish I could. I do very much so try. And do that and make a really beautiful pumpkin patch on it. I also love having embroidered jeans, so I'm really tempted. I might go over to my boyfriend's house, and I'm really tempted to bring over a pair of jeans of mine to embroider while I'm there, just because sometimes I get bored when he's either playing video games or we're just chilling watching a movie. It'd be something for me to do. And I'm going to reinforce it with some back stitching, just so hopefully that won't want to come up. My snips. I had to cut off a little bit of the bottom just to be able to get that, so very glad I decided to note this while I was sewing, because I know I would have forgotten, not told anybody. So yeah, now I'm going to try to press this down, maybe cut a little bit of the seam allowance down. But yeah, I'm very excited. I'm going to go press this, and then we'll talk about the instructions for the sleeves. We'll read that through together, and then we'll start cutting out the actual sleeves, because I actually haven't done that, because I'm kind of cutting out as I go, so nothing gets really ruined, because I'm noticing this fabric really does love to fray. So I'm very excited that everything's going to be lined here in a bit. But yeah. Okay, so I have the pattern instructions here, so let's go through the sleeves. So 7. Piece 7 is the first piece we're going to be working with, which is the sleeve ruffle. And I cut 4 on a fold. Oh, that's a lot more than I thought. Gather upper edge of each sleeve ruffle 7 section. Make 5/8, 1/5 centimeter narrow hem at lower edge by hand. I'm not going to do this by hand. I'm just going to use my machine because I've done that with everything else on this. I am going to be hand sewing the skirt on, just so you know. the right sleeves, oh my god, with the right sides together, pin one sleeve ruffle section to lower sleeve edge, so number 8 will be the next one. I think that's number 9. I really love this sleeve pattern. I think it's gorgeous. I think it's very romantic. I think it's just beautiful. So sleeve 8. Encase raw edges of seam allowance with bias tape. Press seam towards sleeve. Do I press it up or do I press it down? Because that just kind of... Okay. Stitch sleeve with sleeve ruffle edges together in a French seam. I don't stitch the upper sleeve first? Okay. I know how to make French seam. If you don't, there's plenty of tutorials out there. I'm just going to fold this so I don't have to hurry. Now let's get into this one. So this sleeve pattern does not seem too difficult. Starting at ends, pin piping trim to upper edge of upper sleeve, tapering ends to nothing at small circle. Okay, I see the circle in the pattern. Apply piping trim over the edge of upper sleeve and base. So I'm putting piping on this. I'm really glad this doesn't have that much. So I'm putting piping along this edge, and sorry, this is very folded. I'm gonna have to press it. And this edge, which is very nice. Why did I fold it downwards? I'm a mess. I'll have to make some more piping because this is all I have left. So I'll make some more piping. With right sides together, pin remaining sleeve ruffle. I'm slightly confused by this. With the right sides together, pin remaining sleeve ruffle. Oh, that's why I cut 4, because there's one on the bottom and one on the top. I didn't even think about that. Now looking at it, yeah, there's 2 ruffles. Such an idiot. No, I don't think I'm an idiot, but you know. Okay, stitch upper sleeve and sleeve ruffle edges together in a French seam, press seam to one side. Okay, so another French seam. It's really nice. These are all getting enclosed in French seams. I'm going to do that with the skirt, which I actually have to recut out at some point. Pin wrong side of upper sleeve to right side of sleeve, matching symbols having raw edges even, base upper edges together. Okay. Now the thing, okay, then it talks about the lining. Oh, I put more boning in. Oh, they want boning on, okay, never mind. I see what they mean. They want boning by the zipper. Well, I'm putting a zipper in. They didn't. They made this with hex and eyes. So I'm just changing the closure method. So I might put a bone in. I might not. I'm still debating that one. Okay, anyway, let's keep looking. With right sides together, pin sleeve to armhole, matching symbols, base stitch, stitch again, 1/4. It finally gives me a freaking, through the whole pattern, it has not given me a seam allowance, and now it finally does. Away in seam allowance, trim close to stitching, press seam allowance flat, turn seam inward towards bodice. That was weird. Okay. Okay, and then I make the lining. I already have everything for the lining cut out. Edge stitch, bodice back lining, allow seam on. Why am I edge stitching? Sorry, I'm going to read the also for this. With yoke lining together at upper edges as shown, press seam towards yoke lining. Slave stitch neck and armhole, which is a bodice lining. Cut boning casing's length, center back between upper and lower seam lines. Side, okay, yeah. Facing cords. Okay, so this is talking about the boning. Turn seam allowance at neck and armhole edges, clipping. With right sides together, pin lining to bodice, stay stitch opening and lower edge trim. So, while looking at this, well, you're gonna dismiss that, and then I'll have to go downstairs. Now looking at this, I'm not gonna stay stitch the bottom of it. Now here's the reason why. Because I want to have a nice finish, like seamless finish from the skirt going into the actual bodice. So I'm going to leave the bottom open so that I can put the skirt inside that part, and then I'll whip stitch the skirt and stuff all together. But yeah, that is the plan. Okay, now reading through the instructions, the last part of the instructions. I'm very excited for this. Yay. I have to go check on laundry, so I'm going to do that before I start the sleeves. So it has been a long time. I started this project probably middle of September. Yeah, I want to say middle of September. I've not finished the project. I just put in the sleeves. So I just actually finished the sleeves. So I haven't done anything without you guys. I took a long break for a minute. But this is how it looks so far. It actually fits me a lot nicer in the sides, which I'm liking. I actually had to put a pleat in my underarm. So that was kind of oof. But in my bone in the front kind of makes this stick out. So I'm going to have to steam it and try to get it to bend. Hopefully. But yeah, the back Is the back. So I'm really glad I left that overlap because on the bottom now I can overlap it quite well. So then I'll put the two sides together at that 1 inch mark. So all the way up it, and then put the zipper in via that way, and then tack those back, kind of circle them and make them into boning channels. So then I can fit the bones into it. So yeah, and then that covers up that seam. I feel very pretty. But yeah, I'm not wearing it with the proper bra, so it doesn't fit exactly in my bust, but with the bra that I at least measured with. So yeah, but it's very cute, this off the shoulder kind of look. I think I might start on the lining. I don't know if I'll finish it. I'm kind of do the lining off camera because it's just the same as the bodice, and I'm just going to hand sew it to everything because I'd rather it look a little bit cleaner, because this is definitely something that I'm going to wear every day. And then we'll get started on the skirt. I know I've cut out the skirt in front of you guys, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do because I haven't cut it out of this fabric, the fabric I'm actually going to use. I cut it out of the other fabric, but I'm going to use that side panel to make my full circle skirt, and I want to make a double circle skirt, so a 720 skirt. That is the plan. I do not have makeup on because I don't want to wear makeup today, and I don't have anything going today other than this, and if I could finish, I would love to be able to finish this whole thing by the end of the day for this dress, because we're gonna go take a walk later, me and my family, and yeah. Hey Mars, are you in my spot? But yeah, I'm very happy with this so far. I'm drinking agua. This is my drink of choice today, and I'm very happy about it. But yeah, this keeps popping up just because the neckline isn't sewn down with the lining. I really love how piping looks. I would love to put piping on absolutely everything, and I might still do that. So I'm trying to bend that bone in. And I might still do that. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys the book. Oh, did I tell you guys it's October 2nd, by the way? So spooky time on the way. I have so many spooky time pillows on my bed right now. But spooky time on the way. I want to show you guys the book that I actually got this whole kind of idea from. Of course, this pattern is by Angela Clayton, and I've always loved this bodice and always wanted to make this pattern, so I'm really glad that I got it and I'm getting the chance to. This is definitely a really comfortable thing that I've made. It doesn't feel too revealing, but it's also not too structured, but it's structured enough. I don't want to wear a corset under it. That's why I went a size bigger than what I usually would. I feel very nice in it. Now let's go grab that book. Okay, so this is the book. I got this at a bookstore in Steamboat, Colorado. Oh my god, I forgot about this. They have a ton of recipes. So this is a Black Cat milkshake. So they have tons of recipes via drinks, cocktails. I'm not old enough to make a cocktail. See, that's what I don't like. That's the only thing I don't like out of this whole thing is because I slouch a lot. They do coffin mince pie, Bride of Frankenstein cupcakes. These are freaking adorable. But Halloween is going to be off the charts this year. Chocolate peanut butter flies, which are really cool. Surrounded by this cup of hot cocoa. But anyway, let's get to the projects. Bread toads. I really want to make bread toads. I don't know if I put in. So, one of the things I'm making is these metallic broomsticks to go with this outfit. I don't know if it's before this. No, it's not. It's after. I really want to make this personally for myself. I don't have a child to give it to, but I really want one for myself because mushroom hat. This is what started this whole idea, is this Witcher's Baker hat, and I absolutely love it, and I really want it, and I'm going to make it for sure for this project because that's what I'm going to be, is a Witcher Baker. Not for Halloween, but that's what I want. Actually for Halloween, I'm dressing up as a 1920s flapper girl, and my boyfriend's dressing up as like my bouncer. So, yeah. Yeah. My dog is sitting here being a very good girl on her back so she can get tummy rubs. Do you want to come say hello? Do you want to say hi? Come here. You big chunk. This is the baby.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like to go back? I'm sorry. I'll let you go back. But yeah, so far, really, really good, and I'm really proud of myself. I had to take quite a long break from sewing just because I felt overwhelmed with life and things, so I took quite a long break, but now I'm getting back into it. I'm actually working on my sister's Halloween costume, which I will post pictures on my Instagram, which is the same as my YouTube channel, except it has Shang_Lalo23, I believe. So yeah, I'm feeling very happy about this. I really do love the slight off the shoulder, but it's not fully, and that means I have a lot of movement in my arms, and it's amazing. It feels great. The zipper is going to go slightly down into the skirts, down my bum a little bit. That's going to be really exciting, and I'm really glad with where this sits on my waist, and it's not too low. I just have I get a little bit of pudge, so that kind of will hide my pudge. You also like my banister, my tapestry? I want to get that done on my back now. I've had it for maybe 4 days actually hanging up. I've had it for like all of November sitting in a box in a bag, but I finally put it up, and I really want to put that on my back because I want wings on my back, and and I want the moons, so it would just be perfect putting that all down my back and doing the moth wings just as my wings. So that's really tempting to come up. Anyway, yeah, so this is so far almost done. I gotta figure out what type of makeup I want to do. I want to do like a orangish brown when I do like a photo shoot with it. So that's something that's definitely going to happen. I'm gonna bend the bone. Yeah, that did it. I bent that bone really harshly, but it looks okay because it kind of poofs out the gathers a little bit. I do kind of wish it was more densely gathered here, just because hers looked really densely gathered, and I quite liked that, but it's okay. I still quite love this. But yeah, I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to start the lining, and I'm just wearing comfy clothes because today is Sunday, and I have today off, and I'm probably going to have to sleep here in a bit because I can't go to sleep tonight, so there'll probably be... It went to the bathroom. There's probably going to be a lot more sewing done tonight, and I probably won't record it just due to the fact of terrible lighting in my room. I want to put fairy lights up on this other wall where I'm going to put a whole bunch of my pictures of my dog and me and my boyfriend and I want to get a picture of just him printed off. And yeah, so I'm going to take this off. I'm going to go get my pincushion back from the bathroom because that's what I use to pin myself in. And I'm very excited. I still need to find a show to watch because I don't want to keep watching YouTube. So yeah. Okay, so don't mind my floor in the background. The bodice is completely done, other than, of course, putting the zipper in, but I had to wait till I do the skirt. I did all of the lining, and I even did the lining on here. I'm really happy with what I've done today. It was a lot more than I thought I would have, so that makes me really happy. It is currently 2 p.m., so I need to go to sleep because I work graveyards because I have work tomorrow, and I want to make sure that I am okay. So I plan to do the skirt tonight. I'm going to flip this around. I'm really happy with this so far. It has made me really happy. I've done a lot of hand sewing and just kind of relaxed in bed, watching shows. I ended up bending one of these bones to be able to get it fit around my curvature a little bit more, and it worked really nice. But yeah, the sleeves look absolutely adorable. I love the top. I was so tempted to put like pumpkins or leaves or something on the top, but I don't think it's a good idea anymore. Just because I want this to be like also something I can wear for Christmas or other things. It's just, this is the basis around it. So my stitches moved. But yeah, I'm really happy with it so far. It looks really, really good. I'm going to fold it up and slightly put it away. I'm going to make the skirt probably tonight. It's just going to be a double circle skirt. English today. A double circle skirt. That's going to be about 40 some odd inches in length. Just because I have this really cute underskirt thing that I can wear underneath it. And even if I didn't want to, that is totally okay. But I'm so happy with it. The sleeves looks phenomenal, and I really love how they turned out. I thought about just doing the undersleeve actually and just leaving it like that, but I'm glad I did the oversleeve. But yeah, all of it looks really pretty. I'm very happy with it so far. Again, it is technically to 11 right now. So I'm gonna go get some sleep and wake up later tonight and probably work on the skirt. If you don't know how to make a circle skirt, I'll link a place that Mood Fabrics does. It also tells you how much yards you need. So you guys know how to do that. I already had done that, so I'm just gonna use the pre-cut pieces that I did originally and use that for my skirt. But yeah, I'm so happy by how this turned out. I think it looks really good so far. I'll add the bones in the back just for some structure because it's very flimsy back here. Yeah, I'm so very excited. I'm like more excited than I thought I'd be. Also, look at how beautiful this quilt is. My grandma made me this and I absolutely love it. And it's so comfy to sleep in and like fills me with nostalgia. My mannequin. I need to buy a new mannequin. I tried duct taping one and it did not work as planned, like at all, and I cannot hold my hand still. But yeah, also my Halloween costume's on my wall. It's inside out because it's beaded, but yeah, I'm so excited. I better stop talking so I can sleep. I'm watching something about the Unabomber right now on Netflix, so that's great. But yeah, look at how good the piping is. I love this like contrast with the piping because it's cut on that bias. So with it like creates the like different effect. I just think it looks really subtle, but it looks really nice. And I'm glad I didn't put any on the sleeves, just because I feel like the sleeves are quite heavy already and they're quite bulky. So I think that was a good call. Me, I don't know if I cut the sleeves incorrectly, but I had to put pleats in. Like they fit me fine, but I had to put pleats in to be able to fit the sleeve. And I know I should probably put the pleat at the top, but I didn't. But it fits me really nicely, and I don't mind the pleat being here. It's the bodice still fits me really nicely in the bust. But yeah, I'm very excited right now. I'm gonna sleep. Good night. Oh, it's fine. Okay, so it's currently now 7:04. I've been working on the skirt. I woke up at around 6-ish. So I've been working on the skirt for an hour. I don't have enough fabric to make a triple circle skirt like I had planned, but that's okay. This is half of the skirt so far, so I can't really actually wear it yet. Sad beans. But I also realized I did not cut wide enough panel. So my fabric wasn't wide enough to do like a circle skirt like fully, so I had to cut it up in panels of 3. Not that big of a deal. And then I'll just repeat all of this on the back. I have to cut the back panel, that's the like front, down the middle, so that I can put the zipper in and not add a seam allowance for that. Or I might just, oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's fine. But yeah, this is so far what we're dealing with. It's super cute. I decided to make it a lot longer than the original pattern, which I'm very happy about. I love the length. It's below my knees and will look super cute with the mushroom socks that I got and the shoes that I got to go with this outfit. But so far, so good. I think I can get this done tonight. I'm not going to hem it tonight. Once I sew the skirt actually onto the dress from the waistband, I'm going to let it hang up on my my hook thingy. Not my actual closet, but something on my light. Let it hang so that all this bias cut can deform, and then I'll recut it to where it looks good and hem it tomorrow. That is the plan. That's the plan, Stan. And then tonight I'll just work on my sister's Halloween costume. That's slowly coming along, and maybe start on another video, which would be the like the broomstick or the hat. And I have to go to Walmart for that because I had to get foam. I have the wire and I have the wire cutters. But I think I had to go get foam or cardboard to put in like the band of the hat. Not that big of a deal. I can definitely do that. So yeah, I'm very excited, and hopefully I can get this other side done, sewn onto this side. I had messed up on one of the panels and ended up sewing it onto the wrong side, but we fixed it. We're good. We're doing great. This is quite opaque. You can see the lights through it, but I'm going to be wearing an underskirt or at least my chemise with it, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. Hopefully. But yeah, so far we're doing super good. That is a needle. That is a full ass needle. So yeah, I'm gonna go finish this part of the skirt, finish sewing it. I'm just doing regular seams. I'm not doing French seams, not doing anything special. I'm just doing zigzag stitches over them or just putting fray check on them because I'm being lazy and I don't want to do more than I have to. So, woo. Okay, so it looks really bad on a hanger right now. It looks better on me, but I don't have that dress form doesn't actually work, so the skirt looks amazing. I've got it all attached. I've not added the boning in the back, so that's the one thing I really need to do. And then, of course, hem it in the morning. So that's the plan. I'm going to run to Walmart and go get some stuff that I really want. So this is just me hemming the skirt. It took me quite a few tries, actually, to do it. I originally was going to use the red that I used to bind off the edges, but realized I didn't have enough for that, so I took it all off and started roll hemming it, which took absolutely forever. But I am very happy with how it turned out, and then I just whip stitched it to itself, and it looks pretty great. It took me a few days to be able to do this, just because of my time management, and I got it done, I believe, on the 13th. Alright everybody, that's going to wrap up today's video. I am so happy with how this gown has turned out. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. It is definitely something that's going to be worn at least once or twice a week. I had to resew the skirt a little bit. I decided to bake in it. I actually had a lot of fun baking in it because it was just swishy and amazing. But I reached up and caught it on a counter, caught my skirt and like pinned it in place and ended up ripping some stitches out in the skirt. So I just gotta whip stitch that back together. It won't take me very long. But yeah, so I want to give a kind of a life update at the end of this video. So it is currently the 16th. It's a Sunday of October. I still have not finished my sister's costume, which has to be done next. And then the hat, of course, is done in video. But I am currently actually getting my room situated, so I don't have a lot of floor space. I'm getting rid of one of my chairs because I actually got rid of the big bulky desk that was covered and stuff at the beginning of the video, and actually traded it out for these little 6 cubby things. I got 2 of them and a TV as well. And now I just am, and I also got a new bed, my new bed, and it's a king size, so it's much bigger than my full size bed, and I'm very happy with that. But because it's so much bigger, I had to rearrange some things in the area that I'm probably going to do pattern cutting in and things like that. So I'm very excited to get started on that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!